Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, February 15th. It is 6:21 right now. Market's going to open in about 9 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick, and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a couple of things here to update, and we should be good to go. Here, one last thing. And it looks like we are good to go. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. Right. All right, link sent out. Let's see, send this out here. All right. As people join in, I'm going to start marking up liquidity over here on the daily chart. Going down to the 8-hour. Going down to the 4-hour. Going down to the 2-hour. Going down to the 1-hour. Going down to the 30-minute. Going down to the 15-minute. I just realized that I did not change the color. Going down to the 30-minute again. So 30-minute right here changes to red. Down to the 15. I mean, it wouldn't make a difference. Those liquidities are just way too far anyways to begin with. Down to the 10. Down to the 1. And it looks like we are good to go. All right, so looking over here at the liquidity chart, guys. So I typically don't leave the pivots and momentum on, but if you guys can identify, where direction price is going, like right here, for example, if price decides to continue climbing up, odds of it hitting this next level of liquidity is likely, right? So the first level of liquidity is going to be up here at 38,607. The next level is going to be down here at 38,512. So those are the two levels of liquidity closest to price. Going over here to our clean chart, I'm going to mark up 6:30, 8 o'clock. I'm going to go on the 4-hour time frame, identify structure. So we have structure currently right here where price is currently at. It's establishing a resistance level. Going down to the 1-hour. Same thing, down to the 1-minute. All right, so as you guys can see right here, price is currently at the 4-hour resistance and it's starting to come down from right here. So we got resistance right here. We'll see if price bounces off and it comes down. I'll come back to this clean chart a little later once market opens to see where it goes from there. Here is our main chart. There's a lot of news events that came up today. Obviously, this big candle, I think it was the PPI information. So we had retail sales over here at 5:30, import, export. So news at 5:30, a lot of high impact. News at 6, so 5:30, 6, and 6:15. And then we got more at 7 and 7:30. So 5:30, 6, 6:15. Let's go back to that real quick. So 5:30. Six and 6:15. There goes the news for today. Then we have more news over here at 7 and 7:30. All right, guys. So good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, February 15th. It is 6:26 right now. Market's going to open in about 4 minutes. Let's see who's here so far. Morning, Rashida. Morning, Daniel. Morning, Sisu. Morning, Albert. Morning, Maria. Morning, CJ. Morning, Gary. Morning, FX. Morning, David. Morning, everybody. All right, guys, we're ready to kick off this trading session. We've marked up pretty much everything that we need to mark up so far. For the PRB entry over here, you guys can see that that the trend is currently bearish. The reason for that is because price is below the pivots. Pivots are angling down. The trend meter down below is red, so we might be looking for a sell here, but we'll see what happens when the market actually opens. We're not sure yet exactly if this is going to be the case and it stays bearish. Price might swing back up, but we'll see what happens when the market does open. Looking over here at retail sentiment is currently 75% short. This indicates that 75% of retail traders are currently selling right now. So you typically want to do the opposite long term. So if you're looking for some longer term trades, you obviously want to look for some buys. Right now, it doesn't really matter at the moment because we're going to be scalping and we're going to be looking for a breakout. But for the most part, you want to look for some buys long term because you want to do the opposite of majority of traders out there. Otherwise, looking at the news for today, we have more news at 7 o'clock, medium impact. We have business inventories, retail inventories, NAHB housing market index, and then we have gas stock change at 7:30. Medium impact isn't too crazy. And looking over here at the fundamentals pre-market, it's currently flat right now. It's up 50 points. In order for it to be bullish, it needs to be above 100 points. For it to be bearish, it needs to be below 100 points. So with that said, we don't really have much to work with here aside from the current trend. The retail sentiment is opposite, as I mentioned, but that's for longer term pushes. So looking over here at all the time frames, you can see the 1 minute is bearish, 5 minute is switching to bearish, 10 minute is switching to bearish, 30 minute is still bullish, 1 hour is neutral, and the 4 hour is still bearish. So it's mixed bias across the time frames. So we'll see what happens here. There's no need to really force anything, but we're gonna keep our eye outs on the chart to make sure that we don't miss anything here as price continues to obviously move along. So market's going to open in about 50 seconds, guys. Morning, Vimal. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Shannon. Morning, Randy. Morning, guys. So, all right, guys, we're going to see what happens here for the PRB entry. As I mentioned, we're probably going to be looking for a sell. Got everything set up here on my end. So, guys, back to what I was saying yesterday, and if you guys sat in on the mentoring session, I do have strict requirements for the PRB entry. I say that it is discretionary, but it's not. It's really not discretionary. I have set requirements for it. So every time I look for an entry here, guys, there's no change in where the entry would have been. Okay, guys. So whenever I look for an entry here, there's always going to be a set entry for the PRB. Just a heads up, because I don't want you guys to think that that there's different points of entry. There's always going to be one point of entry when it comes up. So here goes the opening candle, guys. There goes the PRB entry right there, or the PRB setup. So we have the first criteria that is met right here. So Maddie, we have the first requirement met. Next, we're going to look for space. Or it's not met yet. This candle has to close first. This candle has to close red. If it closes red, we're going to have criteria here for the PRB, first criteria. And then next, we'll be looking for space after. All right, so we still got like 15 seconds left on this right here. You guys can see the ATR is decently high right now. All right, Maddie. So we got the first print. Looking for space here. There's no space on this candle. Not yet. Yeah, 40 seconds left. Not looking like we're gonna get space right here. All right, we're getting price pushing back up. If this pushes back up, that's completely fine. We can start looking for some buys if you get that bullish trend. But there is no space right here. All right, we'll keep watching. No space. Yeah, Maddie said might get another rejection. If not, we have to wait for a bullish trend if it shifts up. Yeah, exactly, Maddie. So there's no bullish trend yet. All right, so price is pushing up, which is completely fine, guys. Price can push up here. There's no big deal. We're just probably not going to be looking for a sell now, if that's the case. So I'll take that off the chart for now. And if this pushes up, then we got to wait for the trend to switch to a bullish trend, which is completely fine. This is going to go in the direction of the overall retail sentiment. So it's more of a it's a better confluence for us to switch to a bullish trend. I was trying to see if that entry is going to come up, Maddie, for this one here, but there was no new high that came up. So nothing there yet. As you guys can see, price is pushing up to into the 4-hour resistance level. So we'll see if it breaks above and continues climbing or if it comes right back down. So there's two things that can happen here. Price will break through it and continue climbing higher, or price will just come right back down below the 4-hour resistance. Back to the PRB, there's no entry yet. So before we can start looking for some buys, we need to see a confirmation of trend here to change. Trend has not changed yet. So it's going to take some time. We also have the sessions up here too. Thanks, Nick, for the heads up. All right, guys. So, I mean, pretty much it's just a waiting game. Just got to wait for this here to set up for us. Once it sets up, we can start looking for entry. Again, there's no trend yet. So can't start looking for a buy just yet. Trend is pretty much mixed now as the lower pivots are starting to cross above. All right, so trend is attempting to shift right here, as you guys can see. There's no trend shift yet. We need to make sure that all of the pivots are above level 4, which is the red pivot. That's kind of what we're waiting for. Otherwise, there's no other entries here because there's no trend. So it wouldn't really matter because even for our official entries over here, there would be no entry because there's no trend. So we got to confirm the trend. Once you confirm the trend, we can start looking for other entries. But for the most part, we can't even look for anything at all because price is in between right now. So price is shifting back up, which is completely fine. This is exactly where I wanted to go, actually. I'm more comfortable taking buys versus sells because of the retail sentiment. Looking over here at the fundamentals, let's refresh this real quick. Fundamentals are currently 68 points, so they're still pushing up. All right, this candle is about to close. We still don't have the trend yet, guys. So as you guys can see right here, we're still waiting for this red pivot to cross below all the other pivots. So we need basically another green candle, one more green candle for it to confirm the trend. And then we can look for price to retrace back down. Come back up. That's kind of the pattern that comes up right here. We're looking for price to retrace, push up, space, retrace back down and come right back up. And that's where our breakout would happen. So it's basically like a W pattern. That's in the simplest form, that's kind of what you're looking for with the PRB entry. It's just my indicators over here help set it up. So guys, for the PRB entry, a lot of you guys, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are assuming that you don't need the indicators. The indicators are required. That's part of the requirements. So I know we kind of just go off like these little criteria that come up, but the actual requirements for the PRB they do require the indicators. So everything is based off the indicators. It's based off the pivot, it's based off momentum, based off, that's why I have them on the chart. If it wasn't based off the indicators, I wouldn't have these on the chart, right? Like, go figure, guys. That's like what you would need. So Ernest, I just saw that you joined the live session. So we got Spider-Man in here. He's finally in the room. Ernest, I see your message in the group like every day. You try to get on the live session like 3 hours or 4 hours later. You're in the room, so we'll let me see if I can message you on the Discord. So I want to make sure that you're in the room because you said you've been trying and you can never get in, but I just saw you get into the room, Ernest. So let's see, where did you put it at? It's like you finally made it today. All right, Spider-Man. We'll let you sit in on the session today. All right, so there's nothing here yet, guys. We're still looking for the trend here is now confirmed. We're looking for price to come back down. So now that we have the trend here that's confirmed, we could actually look for entries on multiple directions. So you can look for V1 variations with confluence, breakout V3 continuations with confluence. But for the most part, we're looking for the PRV entry right here at 637. We still have some time. We got a lot of time, actually. So we'll see what happens here as price pushes up. Nice, Maddie. It's perfect. Yeah, still looking for the PRV too. So I'll try to look at both. In order for you guys to have a V1 variation or breakout V3 continuation with confluence, you would need to have a V1 pattern at the bottom anyways. So there's no pattern there yet. Price is shifting up. Maddie, the high-low scalp reversal looks like it's playing through, or it was playing through right here. I mean, it wasn't a good entry, but it would have happened right here on the break. It was trending down, broke right there. Yeah, it would have been nice, but it wasn't a clean move though, so I wouldn't be able to identify it properly because it was trending down, but it wasn't very smooth. But it would have been clean right there. I'll mark it up if it makes a different swing later. All right, guys. So we got price coming back down right here. We're now looking for a buy for the PRV entry. Yeah, exactly. Maddie said, just don't want the entry to be too late because we do have news at 7 o'clock, which is high impact or medium impact at least. Yeah, we got business inventories, NHB housing market index. All right, so we're looking for the retracement right here. I'm looking for the retracement to come down and swing back up. As you guys can see, the volatility is starting to die down a little bit. It's getting close to the 640 mark. This is typically where the entries usually appear. From our data, the entries usually happen around like 644, 640, around there. It's typically where we usually see it at. So we just need to come down a bit further. ATR is currently 18 right now. Decent ATR. Yeah, exactly, Maddie. Meets your criteria too for your confluence. We got that push. Now we need the retracement, space, and continuation. So again, guys, like I was mentioning before, it's basically a W pattern, but we're using the indicators here to identify a proper entry. So basically price pushed up, came down, space, come back down, continuation. It's a W pattern. It's like a messy W pattern. It's a W within a W, basically. All right, so we will continue waiting for this here. It's 640 right now, so we didn't have the retracement that we were looking for yet. We need to pull back a little further. It's not far enough yet. This thing's still climbing. Check CNBC real quick in news. All right, S&P is flat as market struggles to regain momentum. As soon as they say that, market does a complete opposite. Yeah, exactly. Brock said capital W. Pretty much, that's kind of what it is. So like a capital W with a squiggly in between. All right, so we just need the retracement. No retracement yet. Now we continue to wait. But yeah, we do have news coming up at 7 o'clock, guys. So I'm hoping that we get this entry pretty soon as we get closer and closer to 7. Yeah, Maddie says he's going to cap his entry at 650. All right, so we're getting price pulling back right here. So you need to pull back a little harder, a little heavier. It's just the volatility is starting to die down because we're getting closer and closer to news. But this looks like it could possibly be the retracement that we are looking for. So it's not there yet. I'll confirm when it happens, but it's not there yet. Not yet. All right, let's see. The volatility is getting really, really slow right here. Measure these candles real quick. I mean, it's not horrible. It's moving like about 13 pips per candle, which is lower than the ATR. Of course, ATR is 17. Typically, each candle is supposed to be moving an average of about 17 pips. So should be moving about this much. This is how much the each candle should be moving based off the ATR. Thanks, Henry. Yeah, Henry said the liquidity just got hit. So liquidity above right here, if anybody caught it, just got hit. All right, we're getting the retracement right here. Here's the retracement that we were looking for. Now I need to look for some space and then continuation right there. There's no confirmation yet. Basically, I need to see this with a decently sized wick on the bottom. Basically pushing away from the pivot in order for me to get the retracement confirmation here. So either we get it to drop down a little more or it pushes up and we get that wick rejection off the pivot. All right, so the retracement was not confirmed here, guys. Retracement still has not confirmed yet. We're getting closer and closer and closer to 7 o'clock, which is not a good sign. That's our cutoff time. Let me see what the news is forecasted for. News is forecasted to be positive. Maddie, what do you think about this rejection here? It's not a clean rejection. I don't think this will meet criteria. No, it's not. No entry. Or yeah, not even an entry yet. It's just not even print. Not even the first criteria. We're just getting too close. We're getting really close to news right here. I'm really hoping that we can get something, but Yeah, it's gonna be a little tricky. And that would have been nice too. If we had the retracement over here and the space right there and the entry would have happened right there, this would have been a full TP already. But we can get it, so it's all good. It doesn't meet criteria. But that would have been ideal entry for us. There's a V1 pattern here, guys. So if you guys are looking for a breakout V3 continuation, this could be setting up for it. So we do have a double wick rejection right here. We have a buy signal pending green candle right here. If this candle closes green, this is going to be a breakout V3 continuation with confluence. I don't think I'm going to be able to take it because I'm focused on the PRB right here. But if you guys are looking to take it, this candle is going to close in a few seconds right here. So I can't take it because I have my settings already set to the PRB, unfortunately. So I can't take this entry here for a breakout V3 continuation, but it is running right there and it hit full TP already, it looks like. Yeah, full TP right there. Because my settings are set to the PRB. I don't have my settings at the smaller scalps right now, so I can't take anything else. Kaner got it. Nice work, Kaner. Full TP on that. Maddie caught it for partial. Yeah, I don't want to mess with it because I have my settings currently set to 25.25, and then I have it set to 12 contracts. Nikki caught it. Maria caught it. Nice work, guys. Yeah, for you guys who caught it, Natasha got it as well for a partial. Yeah, William too. Same situation. William has his sets at 25.25, so he decided not to take it there. Nice. Kind of caught the double wick for 25.25. Basically, a normal V1 pattern down there. So guys, if you guys took the trade right there, full TP for the breakout V3 continuation, gave you guys a heads up there. Looks like majority of people here caught it. So solid work right there. I would have caught it, but I have my settings. It would have happened too quickly and I would be able to make some adjustments there. So it's all good. Ross got it for a nice little move. Song caught it as well. Yeah, Nick said he changed his settings in time, but he hesitated, so he decided to sit out. Yeah, it's all good. Jeff caught it full TP. Sisu caught it. Looks like pretty much majority of you guys here caught that trade there for the continuation. Um, again, there's still no opportunity here, guys, for entry, not yet. Let's see where this ends up going here. All right. So we still don't have an entry here for the PRB. I mean, it's still setting up, but there's still no entry for the PRB just yet. Yeah, C6 said it was also an original high-low. Yeah, so there's a high-low scalp entry that came up right here too. So depending on what you guys said, there was a lot of entries off this candle right here. This was actually a triple confluence, it looks like. Not quite. It was close to it, but not quite. Pretty close. All right, the volatility here is starting to die down a little bit. As we get closer to news, it's going to be it's really going to be by choice if you guys want to take it or not. I got to think about it because it's too close to news. I'm probably going to sit out, but we'll see. I just got to see how it plays out. If we can, if it looks like a really, really good entry, the news is also forecasted to be positive. So I mean, it might be beneficial. All right, so price needs to come down a bit, reject off the pivot. That's going to be one of the criteria here that we're looking for. So we got price pushing up, retracing back down. We're looking for that swing back up. I need to come down a little bit harder because it needs to come down and reject off structure. No red flags up here. Price is way past the 4-hour resistance right there. Yeah, not enough. At least not yet. All right, so here goes with this. I think the volatility is probably going to be a little low right here because of the news. Obviously, price is just going to stay flat for a bit until we reach news over here. And then we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, there goes the first entry for the day. Breakout V, the recontinuation, full TP. If we have another entry here, I'll mark it up for you guys, but there's nothing here just yet. So we got 7 minutes till news. CT just took the momentum pullback scalp, full TP. Nice for CT. So price pushed up right here, retraced on this level. The entry would have happened right here at the 70 mark. So if you guys took that for a momentum pullback scalp, price pushed up, retraced, entry would have happened right here with the pending order. Price shot back up, full TP for the MPS. So this is the reason why we can't apply a lot of different strategies during the live session because they happen too quickly. You guys would have to like just pick 2 or 3 strategies that you guys like and just focus on those, right? Breakout V3 continuation, V1 variation with confluence. Those are 2 main ones, and then the PRV, of course. So I stick to just 3 here because if I look at every strategy, you're going to be looking at too many things, and it's difficult on these live sessions for me to do that. You guys can do it, but for me on the live session, it's a little difficult because we'll be getting a lot of questions regarding these entries, and I can't explain, like 15 strategies at once. Yeah, Gion said 5 minutes before news is cut off. Otherwise, he doesn't need to take any unnecessary risk. Yeah, makes sense, Gion, 100%. Yeah, C6 said you have a ton going on with streaming. Yeah, 100%. That's why I can't look at so many different strategies. If I was just trading alone by myself, I could probably apply a bunch of different strategies, but yeah, it does make it a little difficult. Yeah, Nick said I'd say just take them, bro. People follow along if they can. Yeah, no, of course. I mean, eventually we probably will, but I think for this mentorship, I'm trying to set the example of taking like 1 trade at a time or just 1 trade a day. So I think for me, I'm just going to stick to the PRB at least for now, and then eventually I'll go all out because I can trade that way. It's just I don't because I don't want you guys to get in the mood of over trading and revenge trading and stuff like that. I gotta show you guys that. I gotta show you guys the light, basically, and lead by example. So I'm fine. I make pretty good profit from just PRB anyways. Okay, so here goes the rejection, first criteria for the PRB. Now just looking for some space. Yeah, exactly. CT said excellent example to lead by. Yeah, 100%. And that's kind of what I'm doing here. So, I'm just leading by example, showing you guys what needs to be done or what can be done to be successful at trading. You don't have to take a bunch of trades. I mean, yeah, it's good to take a bunch of trades. It's cool, but it's not necessary. All right, you can take 1 trade a day and just rinse and repeat the process every single day and find profitability long term. Especially if you don't need the money, right? I feel like when you're trading and you don't need the money, like the money's not like controlling you, you make a lot of better decisions. For me, I make so much from trading that I don't really, yeah, of course I can make more, but I'm like content with what I have. So for me, it's not really a necessity. All right, so here goes a space right here, Maddie. We'll see if price comes down to pivot 3 or if it swings back up from here. Yeah, exactly. Jeff said just 1 good trade will do per day. And I agree with you 100%. Yeah, C6 said we did it the other way back in the day and it was a disaster. Yeah, I think the problem with a lot of people is that once you realize how easy it is to make money in the market, that's where the greed comes in, right? Because you're like, oh, I can make, like if you're taking 1 trade with me a day, you can make like maybe 1,000, right, per account. And then you realize like, oh, I can take all these other entries and I'll make like 10,000. And yeah, you'll have like a good streak, but then eventually you'll blow it, right? So I think if you just keep your risk management to a 1 trade a day, or even 2 trades a day. I mean, you'll be perfectly fine. All right, so there's no entry here yet. It's getting really close to the news here. As you guys can see, we'll follow it though, and we'll see where it plays through. I'll probably, if anything, I'll probably take it on like maybe one account, maybe not all of them, because we still got to test it. Yeah, the news is medium impact, Maddie. Thanks for letting me know. I remember it's for NHB and business inventories. I mean, it might not even have an effect. It could have an effect. It might not. We don't know. The news is so unpredictable. Like sometimes it'll be a low impact news and it'll have a big push. Sometimes it'll be a high impact news and it'll be like no push, right? So, but we got to test the strategy. This strategy has it has no restrictions, so the strategy still has to be tested, even though um, there's news or anything. We can't take the trade if it happens after 7. That's the key thing. So the key thing here is after 7. If it's after 7, there's no entry there. So let's see where this candle closes or how it closes. Yeah, there's no clear rejection. Unless this candle is like a big green candle, Maddie, then it'll probably reject off the blue right there. So we'll follow. There's about like 20 seconds left on it. We just got to see how the candle closes. If it closes and rejects off the blue, then that'll be an entry. Looks like it could. So like 10 seconds there, depending on how this candle closes. We'll just have to watch that pivot to see if it actually closes through. Looks like it's going to. Nope. So there's no rejection there. This could be it right here, though. If this candle closes green, this is gonna be like really at the cutting line, guys. It's like exactly at 658. So if this candle here closes green, this will be the entry. Or if it closes with like a decent wick on the bottom. Decent wick on the bottom, and that'll be criteria. This trade will run into news though. So let's see. It's got like 15 seconds left on the candle. The thing that I'm glad about this is that it's not like super spiky like it's been in the past. It's kind of just moving a little, just regular. Right, so the entry would have happened right here. I'm gonna wait a little bit for entry. See if it kind of pulls down a little bit and swing back up. Let me see if I can just put like a pending order there maybe or something like that. I'll have to watch it. So this is where the PRB entry would come up. It's gonna be right at news. Let's see, I put a pending order there for just one account. Because the news is either going to spike it up or it's going to spike it down, or it might not have any effect at all. Brock is asking how far is news? News is at the line right there. It's at 7. It's happening in about a minute. All right, so there goes price pushes up. Is it 7 o'clock already? So this is the news candle right here. Price is pushing up slightly. It's not really having a big effect on it, but it is moving it. So this is the PRB. Yeah, it's not really having too much of an effect on it. But this is the news candle. Let me mark up news over here real quick. It's just really slow. It's not really having too much. Let's check the news real quick. So the news was mixed, it looks like. All right, business inventories was neutral. NAHB housing market index was positive. Retail inventories was negative. So pretty much mixed. The volatility is still pretty flat. Trade is running. So we already know what the TP is at. TP is right there at the black line. So that is what we're looking at, what we're watching. But there's no other entries here. So for this low right here, there's no V1 pattern. There's no reversal pattern. So in order for us to have entry here for any of the V1 variations with confluence or the breakout V3 continuations with confluence, we need price to push up, come back down, and go up higher. That'd be for the breakout V3 continuation, or same situation, look for price to push up, come down, come up, come down, come up for a breakout for a V1 variation with confluence. Those are the two different patterns there. Price is still climbing up right here, so let me see where this is at. I already have the black line there, so that's kind of what we're looking for price to reach. This is going to be the 1 minute resistance point. So there's not really too much going on. I mean, the trade is still running, but the volatility is kind of low now. So trade's still running, volatility just a little low. If anything, I mean, price might push up to that point there, hit TP, and then come back down. That's probably where, that's probably where it's going to play through to. Now we wait. Now we continue to wait and watch this here as price continues to move along. All right, let's see if there's anything else here. I think, well, pretty much all of the liquidity has already been hit here. So there's not really much else here to, I mean, there's not really any targets for price to kind of reach up to, right? The only target I can see where price can probably push up to would be the 1 minute resistance level right here. That's kind of the only place that I'm looking for price to climb up if it does climb up higher. Trade's still running, but you guys can see the volatility is very low. And there's not really too much going on here. Let's check the retail sentiment. Retail sentiment is still very high on the sell side. So long-term price is probably going to push up. I don't know if it'll happen right now, but long-term price is probably going to push up. Looking over here at the news for today, see if there's any breaking news. The fundamentals are very high right now. They're currently up 170, around 170 points, 167.60. So we still have a really strong bullish bias. Fundamentals are bullish. Retail sentiment is bullish. There's no other news today aside from 7:30 gas stock change, which is kind of flat. It's not high impact or low impact, it's just neutral. Looking over here at the technicals, 1 minute's bullish, 5 minutes bullish, 10 minutes bullish, 30 minutes bullish, 1 hour is bullish, 4 hours starting to shift bullish. But there's not really too much going on here, as you guys can see. It's just going back and forth. Again, the only target price point for this to push up to would be the 1 minute resistance level. There's no liquidity up there. What else? I mean, there's just nothing here happening. There's nothing really going on that we can really work with. The trade is still running. It's just sitting at break even right now. And we're just waiting. Okay, so I was trying to see if there was a V1 pattern here. I think the key thing to look out for would probably be a V1 pattern from the bottom, because if there's a V1 pattern from the bottom, this could be a set up for a bullish entry, right? For a V1 variation with confluence, or a breakout V3 continuation with confluence. But again, we would need the V1 pattern there to confirm the continuation to the upside. I mean, it looks like price is just going sideways now at this point. We'll see if it establishes another low or if it just spikes right back up. If anything, we didn't have a reaction to the news yet. So the news over here was positive for the NHB housing market index. So we might just get a big push to the upside, right? Also, one thing that I've noticed is that there's been a pending sell signal for like the past 20 minutes. Whenever you have that, usually there's no power to push price down. So odds of it pushing up and spiking to the upside are very likely, which I'm hoping is the case here, of course. But there's just no volatility. The ATR is not even that low. It's pretty decent right now. It's just not really pushing. So all right, back to the PRB. PRB is still running in profit, but there's nothing else here. It's taking some time, but it is pushing up. So again, as I mentioned, the only target price point we have here is the 1 minute resistance level. That's if price does push up, that's pretty much where I see it going to. And that's going to be perfect because it lines up with the TP here for the PRB. Otherwise, probably just a sideways movement for a while. Next news event is until 7:30. I'm just trying to look for some sort of idea of like what's going to happen next because there's nothing really going on here. Let me see if there's another structure. So there isn't even a low structure here. You can see prices kind of going back and forth. I mean, technically, if I really wanted to, I could mark up structure here, but it's kind of pointless, right? Because it's still rangy. I mean, I could even mark up structure right here if I wanted to. I guess we could. Let's mark up structure there, and I'll clear this off a little later. You guys can see the range here. So price pretty much pushed up, came back down, faked out right here, came back into the range, right? This is the real range right here. The actual range is within this area right here. This is the range that price is in. Whenever price pushes out of it, it just fakes out. Price pushed down right here. Fake out. Came right back up. Same thing could happen here. Price can push up, spike through, fake out, and then come right back down into the range. ATR is currently 17 right now. It's pretty flat. It's just like I'm gonna have to extend this out even further. So how long has this trade been running? This trade has been running for 10 minutes now. It's a long time for a scalp breakout. It is 7:10 right now. There's no V1 patterns again. I'm looking for that V1 pattern. If I can get a V1 pattern, it's probably going to push up. But right now, it's kind of still just going back and forth. This is why we cut off the trade at 7 o'clock because this is where the volatility dies down. You'd be stuck in this position forever. There you go. It starts to push up higher. All right, it's getting closer. So again, target price point is going to be the opening price right there. Almost there. I'm out. Oh no, full TP. I got 20 accounts. That's fucking 20K. Damn, you guys hear this shit? My trader bait closing me out. I got 20 accounts. And it's just like blink, 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 blink. Damn, I got 100 notifications from TradeObate because of my copier. I was only gonna take it on one account, but then my copier was already linked and it just took it. Damn, this thing is still clicking. You guys hear that? All right, so that was The longest trade ever. Damn, my trade weight is blowing up right now. Okay, let me check my accounts real quick. I want to make sure everything here is cool. Yeah, that's a lot of accounts. So I got some slippage because I ended up closing it like at a point early. Didn't wait for the full GP, but I'm cool with it. So man, that took forever, guys. Forever. So that's why the cutoff is 7 o'clock. This is an example of why this trade came literally the minute before. That was the first time I took yeah, that was the first time I took a trade on all my 20 copiers. So I don't know if I told you guys, but I bought a couple more accounts. So like during the 80% off, I bought like 6 more accounts because I forgot someone in the group was like, well, you might as well max them out. And I was like, you're right, I might as well max them out. So I maxed out all my accounts and I'm now at 20 accounts. Because I was like, why not? I might as well. I'm gonna take this PRB entries. They're kind of staggered, so probably a few of them are going to be ahead of the others, but I mean, it's all good. Yeah, Maria said a hard exercise and practicing patience. So guys, again, like I said, this trade, you just have to let it run. You have to let it run the TP or let it run a stop loss. You know, this is the type of strategy where you can't get scared. You know, I talked to Nick about this the other day. You can't get scared about this strategy because the the strategy plays through. You just got to trust it, right? There could have been a lot of different entry points here, but I have strict requirements for this specific strategy. That's why I take it. So solid profits right there, guys. If you guys want to post up your profits, feel free to post them up. I know a lot of you guys took a couple different entries, so it's cool if you guys want to add anything else in there, but this is the only one I took. Let me take a screenshot of my 20 accounts, a lot of accounts here. But that's just the power of trusting the strategy, right? I've done my testing. I know the strategy works. You just got to trust it. You got to take it. Don't ask any questions. Just take the trade and just let it run. That's really what it is. Like I don't ask any questions. I let the trade run, play through. I only plan on taking on one account, but I already had all the accounts open. So that's why I didn't really have a choice at that point. I set up my trades the same time, the same way every day. So damn, look at all these accounts. That's crazy. Can't wait till they're all funded. Look at this. That's crazy, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 accounts. That's crazy. And that's one trade off just this one trade right here. I'm just super shocked because I've never had this much in like, accounts before. When I had FTMO, I was making good profit, but these are 20 accounts and they're all copying perfect. So you can see right here, I was supposed to make 1,500, but I made 1,380 times 20. So I made about 27,000. Damn, I made more actually. I thought I was only going to make 20. I made 27,000. So for this week so far, we currently have 3 PRB entries, full TPs, and 1 loss. So basically, I would have made like 30K times 2. That'd be like 60,000 this week so far if I had 20 accounts and we had 3 wins and 2 losses. So I made 27,600. That's crazy, guys. That's the power of stacking your accounts, right? Stacking the accounts and having a copier. So if you guys want to use my copier, again, I posted my link there. It's 20% off. It's like super cheap compared to social trader tools. That's fucking nuts. I'm like shocked now. I'm super shocked because I've never like I was cool with like 6,000 before with like 10 accounts. Now I'm making like 20 and I'm just super excited. I want to like I know you shouldn't get emotional with trading, but it wouldn't really matter because I'm taking one trade. So as long as we have a high win-loss ratio, which we do, like for this week so far, we're currently 3-1, right? So for this week, 3 divided by 4, we're currently at a 75% win rate for a 1-to-1 risk reward. As long as you stay above 50%, you'll be in profit at the end of the week. So yeah, guys, I told you guys to like stack up on those Apex accounts. It was like 60 bucks. So I paid 60 bucks to basically make, once I get funded on these accounts, it'll be like 1,000 each. So that 60 bucks is well worth it. Exactly. Yeah. So now CT said feels good, huh? Now push that shit down and stop feeling. Yeah. All right, so we're back to normal. Um, I'm pretty sure this is going to be normal to me moving forward because this is the first time I've had a situation like this. And yeah, no, congrats to everybody else here. I made some pretty good profit, but you guys made pretty good too. So looking over here at our team profits, so we got Kaner over here with a total profit of 3,000 for the day, all wins. And I think this is what really counts, right? I'm the mentor here, so like obviously I should be doing good. Obviously I should be having profits. But I think the key thing here is everybody else locking in profits, right? So we have Vince over here, total profit of 1,160 on his FTMO, and a total profit of 1,500 on his Apex, all wins. Nice work, Vince. We've got Albert here, total profit of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Dang. So Albert over here locked in like 13,000 for the day. Another person here locking in crazy numbers with the copier. We have Daniel over here, total profit of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has about like, all right, total right here, 8,255. Nice work, Daniel. So you guys can see I'm not the only person profiting here. There's a lot of people here in the group who are profiting. We have Terrence over here, total profit of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well over 5,000 for the day. Nice work, Terrence. We have Rashida, total profit of 2,311, all wins here as well. Nice work, Rashida. We have Eunice, total profit of 1,219. Great work, Eunice. So like, my main goal here is to make you guys about $1,000 a day. I want everybody in the group to make at least $1,000 a day, taking one trade with me. If you guys want to take anything else, feel free to take anything else. You can take the breakout V3 continuation, the V1 variation with confluence, or you can just take the PRB with me. I think the PRB will be enough to lock you guys in about $1,000 per profit per account. Maddie over here locked in 5,950. Another big profit there from our group. We got David here, total profit of 75 for the day. Nice work, David. We have Maria, total profit of about 1,000 for the day. Nice work, Maria. We have Kenneth, total profit of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well over 5,000 for the day. Process Apex. Nice work, Kenneth. We have Terrence here, earlier profits, well over 4,000. We have Andreas, total profit of 1,660. Nice work, Andreas. And we have Martha here with a total profit of 1,219 for the day. Great work, Martha. Also, big congrats to Reese over here. Reese just got funded 150K on Apex. So hopefully you took that trade today, Reese, and you made over 1,000 in profit on your funded account. So big congrats to everybody here. As you guys can see, we're doing something right because we're having at least like, 1 or 2 people getting funded every single day in our group. So obviously something here is being done proper. So congrats, guys. We had a big push to the upside. There's no other entries here at the moment. So we're still looking for that V1 pattern. So we're looking for the V1 pattern here for price to basically provide the reversal and continuation to the upside. That's like literally what we're looking for. We're looking for price to push up, come back down, and then come back up. So guys, for you guys who are on the YouTube, just keep in mind that we're not going to be live streaming to the public after tomorrow. So if you guys want to sit in on these sessions, make sure that you're on the Discord. If you want to get access to the Discord, just go to the website, kodikaitrades.com. Again, that's kodikaitrades.com. If you just want to go on the free YouTube, again, like how you're doing right now, just go to unlock your free access right here. It'll give you the link to the Discord. And in the announcements every morning, I'll be posting the link to the live stream. So you guys can still sit in on it. It's just, it's not going to be publicly streamed to the general public because you guys can see how powerful this strategy is. I don't want to share this strategy with the world, guys. Like I want to keep doing the same thing every single day for like the rest of the year, stacking my profits and just keep this a secret for us here in the group. So if you guys want to sit in on the sessions, make sure that you guys, get access to the Discord because I'm posting the link here. I'm just not going to post it. It's not going to show up on YouTube anymore unless you guys are subscribed. So just keep that in mind. This strategy is just too good, guys. I can't share this with the world. Like you see a lot of gurus out there sharing strategies. Those strategies are like, they don't work very long because once too many people start using them, they start to stop working because a lot of these banks and institutions and algos, they start trading against them. So I'm gonna try to keep this as low key as possible so that we can keep profiting off this. My main goal again is to give you guys 1 win a day, at least 1 win a day. And show you guys profitability every single week. So that's the key thing there, guys. It's just profitability every week, profitability every month. The strategy will still work. So even if, like, say, for example, the strategy stops working, that's the whole reason of my spreadsheet here. So I've been taking data on the PRB every single day. So whenever we have losses, I'll be studying those losses to see whatever changes need to be made. So I think the PRB is here to stay. We might have like a couple changes here and there that might need to be made to adapt with the market, but for the most part, we just would have to keep applying it how it is until changes do need to be made. So yeah, CT said first half hour should be no questions, pure trading, get in your groove. After 7, open up for questions at 8 till done. Yeah, no, and I agree with you too, CT. Maybe after the mentoring, this mentoring cycle, because I just want to show people how I want to show people that you can be successful with just one trade a day. I mean, obviously, we can take a bunch of the scalps and we'll do really well. But for the mentoring group, I just want to show everyone that it's possible to take one trade a day and just be done. Yeah, Maddie said that was some amazing work. PRB's gold. I agree 100%. Eunice said take the PRB. He'll go now. Come back at mentoring session. All right, we'll see you back there in a few. Eunice, same with you, Daniel. Yeah, CT said it freaked him out at first. It kept hitting close all. Exactly right. Maddie said Sean was holding better than Roaring Kitty and GameStop. Dude, this was the longest PRB entry that we've seen, I think, so far. This entry was going for 11 minutes. Usually it hits right away. The only thing that was tripping me out about this entry was the fact that there was no structure nearby, and then there was also no movement based off the news. That was kind of what was throwing me off. That's why if we didn't have those factors in there, I would have been okay just letting it run. But because of the fact that, you know, the market was kind of like going slow and not moving at all, that's where it really tests your trade psychology and your patience. It's exactly. Nick said, I feel that for sure. There's no sessions underneath, no man's land. I agree. All right, so there's no other entries available right now, guys. This is not a double body rejections. There's no V1 pattern there. We're still looking for that V1 pattern. Once we have that, we can start looking for possible opportunity for entry. But as of now, we just don't have anything here yet. So if there's any questions that you guys have, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, we will continue on with this session. But if we don't get much volatility or if we don't get much opportunity, obviously I'm not going to force anything here. Let's see. William said, I can't find how to add the ask price on NinjaTrader first day of Apex. Well, for me, what I do is I enter my trades on the chart. So you open the chart window, and then on the top, there's buttons that say, let's see what it says. There's buttons on top, and when you click on it, it says chart trader. That's what I use. So if you want to use that, William, you can. Yeah, Nick said definitely overextended. Maddie said reset on buy signal. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for, guys. I'm looking for the sell signal to come up. The sell signal will confirm the retracement. Once we confirm that retracement, we'll look for price to swing back up. Yeah, that's correct, Shannon. NG is, guys, natural gas. That's what it is. Yeah, CT said it's on its way to 810. So we got gas stocks right here at 730. That's the news. It's low impact, not really supposed to affect the market too much, but we'll see. So there's 2 official entries that came up today, guys. Breakout V3 continuation right here at 647 and the PRB. That's pretty much it. Other than that, there is not really much else here for us to look at or work at. There's no sessions up here. I mean, there's no liquidity. Liquidity already got hit right there. And there's no other levels here at the moment. Let's see, we got some more profits over here. We got profits from Nikki. Nikki locked in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accounts. So total profit of about 3,000 for the day. Nice work, Nikki. Great work on that trade. We have Patricia here. She said, got a little worried, didn't stand for the full TP. Need to work on that. Yeah, Patricia. I mean, I had the same situation on Monday and Tuesday, right? Monday and Tuesday, I pulled out early on those trades, but we really just got to let the trade run. So for me, moving forward, I'm just going to let the trade run. I'll set an alert at the TP. If it pulls out and I'm not out of the position yet, then I'll close out manually. But for the most part, I'm going to let the trade run. So Patricia over here, it's kind of hard to see your screen, but it looks like you lock in 8,645 for the day. Great work, Patricia, across all of our accounts. Nice work, Patricia. We have Jeff over here, total profit of 2,100. Great work, Jeff. We have Dejan. He said up 700 on each of his top step challenges. No trades on his funded account. So Dejan over here is up 700 times, I think you had 4 accounts, right? So you're well up. You're up well over 3,000 for the day. Nice work, Dejan. We have Shannon over here, total profit of 300 for the day. Nice work, Shannon. We have Nick over here. He took the trades on his FTMO, total profit of a little over 1,000 for the day. Nice work, Nick. We got Reese here, total profit of 1,020 on his funded account. Nice work, Reese. So Reese just joined the group recently. You know, his goal is to not have to go back to work, right? And I think if you can do this daily, you know, if you can make $1,000 a day, Reese, and then maybe lose one trade like we did this week, you'll be up like, you know, 3,000-4,000 in a week. I'm pretty sure that's more than enough to cover what you need to leave your job. So I'm rooting for you, Reese. I'm hoping that you could stick to it. We have Casey over here as well. Total profit of 519 per account. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have about, you know, well over 2,000 for the day. Great work, Casey. And we have Martha over here with a total profit of 2,638 for the day. Great work, Martha. All right, guys. So great profit so far from you guys. There's not really much else for us here to take at the moment. We're still looking for price to swing back down, provide a V1 pattern here. For me personally, like I mentioned, I'm only taking the PRV entries, but I will mark up these other official entries as they do come up. I'm just setting an example for our mentoring group here. I want to show you guys that, you know, you don't have to take a bunch of trades. You can take one trade and be good. So I'm going to shut down my NinjaTrader. I'm still here. I'm still looking for entries, but I am shutting down my NinjaTrader because I got to stick to my game plan. One trade a day. And we'll see how these profits add up by the end of the week. All right, so let me just copy this over real quick. My profits. Man, I'm still in awe seeing this right here. There's so many accounts. It's crazy. Yesterday it looked sad. And then I bought a bunch more accounts. And now it looks real good. Because these pretty much recouped all the losses from yesterday. And then some. See, Steven said he'll be in India from February 18th to March 8th. If you guys remember that one time, the last time Steven went to India, actually, the last time he went to India was the last time that he was that he was funded. If you guys remember that, he was like running to his airport gate trying to take a breakout with us, and then he ended up passing his account. And then on his trip back from India, he was all happy in India. Then he came back and he tried to do the same thing, running to his airport gate. But then he ended up losing the trade and he blew his account. So I don't know, maybe this will be another turning point for Steven. Let's see, what else do we got over here? We have CERN. Okay, some more profits here from CERN. So CERN locked in a total profit of 1,399 on his first account and a total profit of 245 on his second. Great work, CERN. Oops, wrong place. And then we have Delicia over here with a total profit of 5,261. Nice work, Delicia. I'm not sure what you took, but she took some pretty big profit right there off one account. So nice work, Delicia. Looks like she might have taken multiple trades off that there. Natasha said, can't even say poor Steven anymore. Let's see, Vimal said no entry for him today. Hopefully tomorrow he'll recoup his losses from yesterday. Yeah, it's all good, Jamal. The entry is going to come up every day, or it's going to likely come up. Like I mentioned, I just got to keep taking the strategy. There's no restrictions with it, so I just got to keep taking it. I'll be the guinea pig here, so whatever wins, losses I take, I'll have to take responsibility for it. But that's the only way I'll be able to test the strategy. Because if I avoid strategy and I don't test my trade psychology, it's not going to help, right? It's not going to help for the better of the group because because it's really vital that I'm able to document and experience, what happens on the chart. So yeah, we might get the V1 body right here, Maddie. Saw exactly what I saw. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, Natasha said, I wish I took the PRB with you guys, but I was too afraid. Yeah, today's entry was kind of tricky, but again, like I was saying, I just got to take every entry. I can't, I mean, you guys can sit out of it if you like, but I just got to take every trade because that's the only way we can remember how this entry came up. Because now when we review this trade during the mentoring session, I can tell you guys like, yeah, this trade ran forever, right? If I wasn't in the position, I wouldn't feel the stress of having to hold on to a position for like 11 minutes when it's a breakout. So I'm gonna take all the bullets for you guys. I'm gonna take, all the risk and I'm just gonna have to play it through. Which thankfully for me, I'm like financially well off already from trading. So like for whatever reason, if I would have to reset my accounts, I could reset them. But that's not the goal here, right? The goal here is to get these accounts funded. And then once I'm funded on all my accounts, I'm gonna go back to a 10 contract size because I think the 10 contract size is ideal. When you use a 10 contract size on a 150K account, you have to lose 4 back-to-back trades to blow your account. We've never had that ever. Like in the lifetime of K2 or Kodi Kai, we've never had more than 3 back. Well, I don't even think we've ever had 3 back-to-back losses, but we've never gotten to 4 back-to-back losses. So using a 10 contract, I'm going to make a little less profit. Instead of making 1,500, I'll make 1,250 per trade. And I'm still okay with it. I'm fine with that, right? So if I do the math, so 1250 times 20, I'm still happy with making 25,000 per trade. So I'm okay with dropping my contract size to 10 to give me the ability to lose 4 back-to-back trades before I blow my account, which shouldn't be the case because we've never had those many losses before. So, I'm just using probabilities. Not to say that it's impossible, but using probabilities, odds of me blowing an account using that contract size is damn near impossible. So you guys just have to do the math. Like I feel like a lot of people get really tripped up about the trailing drawdown rule, but if you do the math, it's not really that difficult. Like I've done the math, I can take a 10 contract and I'll have 4 opportunities. So that means I'd have to lose 4 back-to-back PRBs, which you guys have never seen before. And as long as I keep bouncing back, like say, for example, we have a loss, we have a win, we have a loss, we have a win. Say it's a break even week, I'd still be at break even versus being in the hole at all. So yeah, it is it's a journey. You gotta take the long route. You gotta take the high road for this trading game. I'm pretty hyped to get 25K for a trade. That's gonna be super dope. 25. Yeah, because like realistically, like for example, I think this is like a typical week. I think a typical week for us is we'll have like maybe 4 wins and 1 loss, or maybe even 3 wins. So if we do that, let me see, for example. So 3 wins and 2 losses, that's technically 1 win a week. So being very, very conservative, that's 25,000 times 4. That's 100,000 a month, 1.2 million a year. This is like conservative. Like say, for example, you only have 1 winning trade every week, which is probably not going to happen. You're going to have maybe 2 winning trades or 3 winning trades, maybe even 4. Like for this week so far, if we win tomorrow on the PRB, then we'll have 4 wins. So that's 3 wins. So that's basically times 3. That's 75,000 for the week, 300,000 for the month. Yeah, I'm cool. This is why I don't really mind trying. I'd rather just stick with Apex. I'd rather build my relationship with Apex as one of their traders versus having to go to all these other companies because they pay it for one, they pay out. People get paid out like same day. I've noticed the wire comes in pretty quick. Um, they're reliable. They've been around for so long, and they allow 20 accounts. It's just crazy. I think the fact that they allow 20 accounts is a huge game changer. We thought we were making a lot of money with FTMO, but now with Apex, it's a whole nother level because there's so many accounts there. All right, so we're getting close to 8 o'clock, guys. There's not really much happening here. The trend's starting to shift. We'll see what happens as price continues to move along, and then we'll see where this goes from here. Let's see. Nick said all you got to do is ensure that you're at break-even spot. If it's a week like that, is make sure that you let the trade run through. Sure, the profits sound good at the moment, but when you take a loss, I can guarantee you that you'll let that one trade run. Yeah, no, exactly, 100%. So that's my main goal now is not to cut trades short. I just gotta, the strategy is still fairly new to us, so it's not like something that I'm too comfortable with. But with the risk involved, it is it's not too bad. So I just gotta let the trades run. That's really what it is. Yeah, exactly. CT said, forget about the money, go for winning weeks. The X factor of multiple counts will get you where you need to be. Yeah, exactly, CT. I guess I just gotta keep at what I was doing before, right? I think our main goal this whole time was win-loss, right? We should always have a high win-loss ratio. So the main goal for me here is to win the trades. It's really to just win, 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 win. As long as our win-loss ratio is above 50% at the end of the year, you should be in profit regardless of the fact. So like I mentioned before, guys, it's really just focusing on winning. The profits will come. If you focus on winning, your profits will come. You check your bank account at the end of the month and you're gonna have a whole bunch of profits there paid out to you. So yeah, no, I agree with you guys 100%. The profits are just really like they're really like you can't miss them now. But yeah, you just gotta do the work. Yeah, exactly. C6 said, yeah, just do the work, the result will show. So let's see if there's anything else here that we're missing. Yeah, Dijon said the way Top Step does it is really weird, so I do like Apex. Yeah, their drawdown on Top Step is kind of weird, and they only allow you 2 accounts, which is kind of annoying. And they don't have a copier either, which is even more annoying. Um, yeah, I'll keep that for like later. I mean, along the way, if I decide to open more accounts with different funding companies, I will. But Apex has been good. It's been good to me. It's been good to everybody else in the group. So we're gonna stick with Apex. That's gonna be our main driver right now. Yeah, and Rashida said Top Step also doesn't let you use the same contract size once you're funded. Yeah, they're a little more strict, it seems like. All right, we got some more profits here from David. David locked in a total profit of 150 for the day. Nice work, David. We have Gian over here, total profit of 888 for the day. Nice work, Gian. We have Natasha here, total profit of 888. Great work, Natasha. Over to the team chat. See what else we got here. All right. I'll take a look at your guys' mentoring questions a little later. See Joshua. Yeah, Joshua said, man, it felt good at the end to hold that trade. Just got to hold it and trust the analysis. So Joshua over here locked in 1,290 on his FTMO. Nice work, Joshua. He recouped his losses from yesterday. And on his Apex, he locked in 1,250. Nice work, Joshua. Let me copy these over and put them into the team profits. Solid work right there for Joshua. Yeah, so the thing here with Joshua that you guys can see is that Josh actually he lets his trades run just like I mentioned. Like I got to do that too. He lets his trades run, and you can see here it's pretty clear on his FTMO. Like he'll have he basically recouped his entire loss from yesterday today, and then he had more profit the days before, so he's up like a couple $1,000 on his funded account. So great work right there, Josh. But yeah, guys, other than that, I don't think there's any other entries that are coming up here. There's no trend. We're getting close to 8 o'clock, so I think we're going to wrap this up soon. If there's any other questions that you guys have, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, after this live session, I'll be going on to the mentoring session with our mentoring group. So again, if you guys want to sit in on that mentoring session, just make sure that you guys are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Again, it's free to subscribe to the YouTube channel. So go to youtube.com/Kodi Kai Trades. Click on subscribe and turn on notifications right here. That group is a private mentoring session with just the mentoring group. So if you have this subscribe right here and notifications turned on, YouTube will send you an email when I go live. I go live twice a day, obviously live session and the mentoring session. We have a mentoring session every single day for February. So if you guys want to sit in on it, we're going to review pretty much all the trades that came up. We're going to review this breakout V3 continuation, and we're going to review the PRV entry over here. And I'll be going over some detailed questions with them as well, since I am mentoring all of them for a 3-month mentorship. So if you guys want to sit in on it, feel free to do that. Again, if you guys are part of the YouTube and you guys want to keep sitting in on these live sessions, just make sure to go to the website, click on unlock your free access, because I'm going to be posting the links to the Discord here. So if you go to the announcements channel, the YouTube stream will still be posted here, but you guys will not be able to find it on YouTube because it's going to be unlisted. I'll make it public after the live session is done, once we've made our profits, but during the live session, it's going to be unlisted, so that, we'll make profits here. I'll make sure that all you guys here profit with me during the PRB. And then if anybody wants to watch it later, the replay will be available as well. So we just got to keep it close knit here, guys. I don't want to make this group too big. I can see there's like 40 people on the YouTube, which is completely fine. I don't mind you guys watching the YouTube, but I don't want random strangers to just pop in and think, oh, this strategy is crazy. And then they're going to want to tell their friends, and everybody's going to be doing the PRB, right? Imagine like 1,000 people doing the PRB. It's not going to be as effective as it is now, especially because we're actually trading on the exchange now. It's different compared to FTMO, because for FTMO, we were trading on a fake broker. But on here, we're actually trading on the exchange. So our trades are being followed by, basically all the institutions in there who are seeing like these movements happening in the market. So it's slightly different. Let's see, Dijon said they have a copier on their new platform, but I can't copy my trades from my funded to my challenges. That's kind of dumb, right, Dijon? Because that's dumb, because what if you're funded on one account and you want to pass your other one? So yeah, Top Step is a little different. I mean, they're good, but I think for now I'm gonna stick with Apex. The accounts are so cheap, it just makes the most sense to stick with Apex right now. So again, if you guys want to sign up for Apex, I'll put the link. Well, I mean, the link's different now. It's like 71% off. So I'll put this over here. I think it's 71% off now, and half off resets. Use code JJNIE. Yeah, so if you guys want to sign up to Apex, it's right there. And then also the copier. So if you guys want to use the copier that I'm using, it's super straightforward, guys, super easy. That's how I locked in all my profits here. I just took the trade on this account, the first one, and then it copied to all my other accounts. So I just posted in the announcements channel over here, the Apex link. You'll get 71% off. I think it's like $90 to open a 150K account. It's well worth the risk, in my opinion. And then also the copier right here too, if you guys want to use my copier. Yeah, so Maddie said 10K a day keeps the 9 to 5 away. And Jeff said this is gonna be on my motto. That's the key thing in there, right? That's key. Yeah, Nick said 20 people on YouTube these days. It was like 52 weeks ago. Yeah, because we have like a lot of random people who hop onto the YouTube, Nick. So it's That's why it's kind of random sometimes. DeJohn said, if they didn't give me my new challenge for 450, I would have cashed out my funded and went fully into Apex. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's all good. I think Top Step is good if you're trading like one or two accounts, or if you're trying to day trade differently, like longer positions, because they don't have a trailing drawdown that follows every single day. Um, it just makes more sense on that there. Let's see. David's asking if I'm on the Discord already, do I have to subscribe for the YouTube channel? Um, Not necessarily. I mean, well, technically, I mean, I guess if you want to be emailed it, David, then you can, like for the mentoring sessions. But if you're just looking to get onto the live sessions, it's going to be posted on here. So, I mean, technically you don't, but if you want to sit in on the mentoring sessions, then you would, because it would have to they'd send you the email for it. Or I guess I can just post it here too, and if people want to hop in, they can. So it's up to you, David, if you want to or not. All right, guys, I think that's it. It's 7:46 right now, getting close to 8 o'clock. There's no trend right now, as you guys can see. Market's pretty much been going sideways for the past 20 minutes, and there's nothing else for us to work with here. So, guys, if there's any other questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, if you guys want to sit in on the mentoring session, I'm getting on the mentoring session right now in a few moments. So if you guys are subscribed to the YouTube channel, YouTube will send you an email. Otherwise, I'll probably just start posting them here in the announcements too, just so that you guys can hop in. So, all right, guys, I'll see you guys in a few moments if you guys are in the mentoring session. If not, I will see you guys tomorrow for the next live session as we wrap up the trading week.